Hey there, how's it going? What is up, everybody? Irish Orangutan is back to pass along what you need to know to get better at Madden and grow your Mutt team. Enjoy the show.
We are back to talk about how to get started in EA Access, the free trial that does come along with the payment for EA Access for Madden Ultimate Team 20. And we will be doing this all no money spent going forward. Did get the pre order, so we'll be getting things 3 days early. So there will be a few things that do come along with that, but don't plan on spending any more money on the game for the rest of the year. Just really like building the team with what you are kind of given, and definitely doing my best to do that. Definitely showed you what I have been able to do that with that last year, and hopefully what I'm going to be able to do this year as well. As you might already know and probably do, you're only going to be able to get 10 hours with your EA Access if you are playing on PlayStation or Xbox. So that is a little bit disappointing that you can't go in and get those 50 hours, but that is all right. And also, those who did pre order were not able to get in yesterday. I was one of those people, so I was able to get on with Origin, which is something you might want to consider. It definitely is a decent option, but with Origin Premier, you do get a lot of the pre-order stuff. So if you spend $15, you can kind of have a decent experience for a week or so with that. The bad part about that is the things do not transfer over. But the first thing that you need to do when you get into EA Access and just first get into the game is go over and open any packs that may have came along with your EA Access, and that will be very beneficial to your team. Any overalls and any spots will definitely help out your team, definitely getting started for sure. Like I did mention earlier, all the pre-order stuff, loyalty, gold player packs, Jerry and Jalen, Aikman, Emmett, and Irvin, rookie premieres, and your 82 overall will all be coming out a little bit later. So that is a little bit of that is a little bit of a disappointment, but it is something that we can work around and build our team up until that point. After you get in and open up the packs that you will get for free, I would then go and work through what you are able to do when you first get into the game, which is the Welcome to Ultimate Team. This is something that will greatly help out your team, just get you some 72 overall golds. Also, when you score your first touchdown in this mode or any mode, you will go and get yourself a Pat Tillman as well. So you have a strong safety at 68 overall, and you'll be able to build him up through different things. So that is very exciting. Just want to look at a couple things for the Pat Tillman. While you are building your team and putting that together, you'll need to win 20 games with a team that's less than 70 overall or equal to. So at this point, I shouldn't really add any players to my team, or they are going to be the point where I'm not going to get that without going back a little bit later in the game when solos are starting to get more difficult and reduce my overall a little bit. So just something to consider. Definitely when you're no money spent, you're trying to get every boost that you can, and those 25 daily objectives, which is a little bit further down the list, will be one of the next things you get to. The 80 overall greater to, or excuse me, less than or equal to, you will probably get close to accomplishing that um, with EA Access if you really hurry. Again, you only have 10 hours, so you should be able to knock out 60 solos, especially when you are able to go in and out without getting all the way back to the main menu. So as you can see, you'll get Juju and you'll have Pat Tillman on your team. Matt Ryan, Todd Gurley, and Greg Olson will also come along right away in those. You also get the opportunity to get some fantasy packs with some other 72 overall players that will really help you out while you're working through the Welcome to Ultimate team. This will also show you a little bit of what is going on in the game and show you where things have moved around. It will take you a little while to maneuver through this. I really liked objectives and the way they had that laid out, but that's probably just because I was used to it. I'm sure this is going to be very nice once I do get used to this as well, but it is not necessarily my favorite at this point. I'll definitely let you know after I've played it through the 10 hours. Yesterday I played for about 5 hours on the computer, but I'm playing on a little bit of an older computer. I do most of my stuff on a Chromebook, which kind of limits what I am able to do, but do have one old computer in the house that was able to get things up and running. Just gameplay is a little bit slow. But getting back to what you should be doing, you should go in and work through this ultimate team. Welcome to Ultimate Team solos. You'll be able to buy packs, do some other things, complete sets until you get to the point where you can get your 85 overall card through there. I would definitely advise getting Marcus Lattimore. He's definitely be someone that you need at cornerback. There's not going to be other speedy guys that you can go out and get, especially for pretty much free. There are other options, but none of them stack up anywhere close to where Lattimore is. The next thing that you'll get to is the theme builder at level 5. That should come part the way through, or you may get that straight away if you did get the jump to level 10. So I would still go back and play the Welcome to Ultimate Team, but if you did get the jump to level 10, you'll have quite a few more things sitting to open up. But with the theme builder, something that I would think of. I'll definitely be coming out with a video to kind of explain how to build your team and some of the players that you should look for and potentially avoid. This is just kind of getting started with EA Access since you do have that limited time. But with those theme builders, something you might want to consider is just the players you're going to already be getting. I'll be laying that out in a video coming up, but also potentially if there's a playbook straight away that you want to go in and test out that might not be your favorite team's playbook, that is a good way to get that as well. With these theme builders, you will have to go in and complete the set. You'll get the coach playbooks and uniforms, and also along with that, you will have the opportunity to go in and play their schedule for the year. And once you get that accomplished, you'll be able to get that 86 overall player for free. Going through and playing all those games is going to take a significant amount of your time. So I would probably stay away from playing all of those games. But if you want one specific player and want to get that one theme builder all the way up, that is something you could consider. Next major level is going to be 10, and again, if you get that jump, you'll be able to get this player straight off, but the captain level is 10, and Ryan Shazier is definitely the player that I would choose. I did note this before, but Jake Stein said that he would be the only one not getting any legend type or other cards coming out in the game, so he, I think, would be the choice here. For that reason, and also because he's the best choice. He's significantly faster than he potentially could be. He is a tremendous athlete at that position. But he's as fast as some cornerbacks, so I would definitely use him as your middle linebacker, run around with him, and you'll have a lot better time with that. The one knock on him would be that you had him all last year, so he would be a little bit of a downgrade there. And as you get to level 11, you will have the opportunity to go in and buy an offensive pack for 5,000 coins. These 80 overalls are things that you can go out and sell. Cam Newton, I think, has been hovering around 10,000 coins when I have looked at that. So you can go out and double what you do have, but there are quite a few offensive players that can be very beneficial to your team. I'm definitely going to open up all my gold player packs that will be coming with the pre-order before I open this player. Because I don't think that I'll really need this player with the solos that I'm grinding through some of the more difficult ones. He'd probably be beneficial, but at this point, having a center at 80 overall, I don't think would help me that much, especially since I need to keep my overall at 70 or under, at least for a little while longer. And then coming up at level 12, something you should be able to knock out, especially if you get that jump. Getting to Torrey Holt at 12, so he is the level master, so one more wide receiver coming in to benefit your team. Him and Juju make a really nice kind of outside pairing, especially in the first few solos. Definitely not going to be true later on in the year. So after you get done with Ultimate Trainers, the next thing that you could be jumping to, I've kind of been talking about the players that you will be receiving kind of along that path. But something you should be thinking about is what you're going to be doing right after you get done with Ultimate Trainers. EA Access solos are a solid option. They will only be there for a short period of time, so that would be a good thing if you are a completionist and just want to get everything knocked out that you potentially could be. Especially if you have the pre-order, you could also always go back and get the rest of this done. But the other thing to strongly consider is going and getting yourself a quarterback and then a defensive end. So I would definitely work towards the NFL epics and those solos and get a Baker Mayfield as quickly as possible. Something else to consider while getting these solos slash challenges done. Some of them are legitimate solos, especially at the beginning where you're playing with Juju. But the challenges, you don't necessarily want to go to the hardest level, especially when you're getting started out. When you're going through and knocking out some of the things for the ultimate trainers, you will need to get one of the 3 stars done, but like one of those is just gaining 30 yards. So just a couple passes, and that's very, very easy to get accomplished. Just keep in mind you will have to do some basic math when going through challenges instead of just going through and knocking out all the solos. Definitely understand why they did that, because if you're playing with someone else, they get all of them done and then the other person comes in and just plays the last solo and gets the great reward. That is a little bit of something of a workaround that a lot of people could potentially do, especially for farm accounts. So understand why they made the change, but it is going to be a little bit different. But that is what we have for today. Definitely get in and play with that EA access to give yourself a little bit of a jump. I wish you all the best and take care.
Thank you for checking into the Irish Orangutan channel. Keep coming back for more Madden knowledge. There will be consistent videos up every week, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to see them all. Come by Twitch to engage and hit me up on Twitter at Irish Orangutan. Take care and much love, everybody.